Hey everyone, it's day 101 of Walk with Winston, and I'm coming to you today from Great Bridge, Chesapeake, Virginia. Behind me is the feature of our story today, and the focus of today's talk is about how not being double-minded and being clear about our intentions really pays off for our transformation. So I've been here in Virginia for about a week now and have loved visiting with my family, and especially visiting with my dad, and he has such great stories to tell. It's just great. It's wonderful to hang around family members and listen to stories from our past. Well, today, or this weekend, Dad told a story that had to do with the house behind me. So when he was in 8th grade, he was coming from the farm and going to school on a school bus, and one day he sees a house under construction, and he really is intrigued by this house. It's cinder block, it's got this offset garage, and he says to himself that day, one day I'm going to own this house. Well, he set a very strong intention, and it was very certain in his mind, a little 8th grade mind on a school bus, that one day he was going to own this house. It was a huge house that was being built in our community. And so fast forward 8 or 9 years, he is getting engaged and he is preparing to be married. And so he's beginning to settle down. He's thinking about where they as newlyweds will live, and he's at a local establishment nearby, and he sits next to a real estate person that works in real estate. And he's talking about, he interested in getting married, he wants to settle down in this area, and he wants to start looking for houses. And the fella says to him, well, that's interesting. I just left a couple who are relocating to Florida, and they are going to sell the house fully furnished. They're anxious to get going, and it happens to be here in the community. And Dad says, well, that sounds great. What house are you talking about? This house, the one that he had intended to purchase when he was in 8th grade. They end up negotiating the price, buying the house for one price and buying the furnishings for a slightly higher amount, and they move in there and live there for 43 of the next 44 years. And so this whole story reminds me of one of the challenges with transformation, and one of the blockages I see that keeps people from progressing in the life that they want to live. And that's being uncertain and double-minded about what goals they really have and what goals they really want to achieve. And there's a Bible verse in James 1:8 that talks about the perils of being double-minded. And so what I really love about Dad's intention about buying this house is he never wavered from that intention. And surely it came to pass. My dad has really manifested a lot of cool things in his life like this, where he has locked on to a vision, locked on to an idea or concept, and never wavered from it, and it came true. So if you're struggling in your goals, I would ask us all to look at our commitment and whether we are keeping the possibility open that we don't want the thing that we really are desiring in our life. Maybe we've got too much fear, or maybe we've got so much anxiety about that goal. But if we are singularly minded and we hold that intention dear and we don't waver on it, amazing things can happen, just like this house. We were fortunate, my sister and I were fortunate to grow up here, have a wonderful, stable childhood here, and great memories of being in this house. All made possible because an 8th grader captured a vision for his future and saw it through to the end. Well, let's not be double-minded. All it does is derail our dreams, derail our possibilities. Let's lock in on our dreams. Let's hold those images dear in our minds, and don't waver from them, and just see what can unfold. With that, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you again soon.